So step one completed. I got the initial frame done. Now what I ended up doing was going with these cedar picket fence posts, and they are lighter than air. I originally was going to go with 1x6x8s or 1x6x12s, have them cut in the store, but those are substantially heavier. And then if you want to go with like poplar or something, you'll pay a boatload because that's in the trim section. So I dug around and came across these fence posts. So what they are is like what you would think. They're just your standard fence posts, and they're super light. It's like a step above balsa wood. And then conveniently, these are about a 1/2 inch thick by 6 feet, 72 inches long by 5.5 deep. So they were perfect because when I cut at that straight line, it ends up being about 71. So this whole frame is 3 of those posts. Cost me under $8. I got these corner braces, these corner brackets, a few bucks, maybe like $3-4. So this, and then I have these hanging brackets here on the end. So this whole thing right now, the frame with these brackets on it, maybe 14 bucks. And then tomorrow I'm going to go get a piece of hardboard cut for the back to the right dimensions, 1/8 inch hardboard, maybe $6 to $8 depending on what they charge me for the sheet. But that stuff's really cheap, and that will also add to the stability of this frame because right now it's really flimsy, but it's light as a feather. I can pick it up with one hand. It's, like I said, it's like balsa wood. My goal here was to, this is 71 inches by 25 by 5.5 deep. So my silicone on each end of the tank is about a 1/2 inch, so it sits nicely right on the edge of the silicone. This border here is all going to be painted black in the outside as well, and then on the inside I will paint blue with the background once I get that on there. So it sits beautifully between, hangs on the back of the tank right where the inside of my canopy is. So let me get this up on the tank and I'll show you what that looks like. So here it is on the back of the tank. You can see it just sits right inside of where the canopy is, and that's the the gap behind the tank, about 5.5 inches. And it sits very, very nicely right on the edge, and nothing's painted yet, so it sits right along those silicone lines. Can't see the bottom or the top from inside. Same thing on this side, and you can see the depth that it provides on both sides. So it's going to give a lot of flexibility with what I'm going to put inside of it, but so far so good. All right, so just got the hardboard background on. Went and had it cut today at Home Depot. It was about $8. And pretty self-explanatory. Just had them cut it to the size of the frame. Guy did a pretty good job. Just sporadically placed 1/2 inch wood screws all along the back. I also today went around each corner and put a little bit of wood glue in the corners just to provide a little bit of extra support. And so after this is done and dried, I am going to sand the entire thing down with just a handheld sander as far as the frame is concerned, the inside and the outside, and all the corners. And the next step will be painting it. But I'm going to get this up onto the tank and just make sure it holds and see what it looks like.